Introducing the all-new Italiano range of pizza. Pizza Ultimo. Pizza Hut.
Now, a total of 1,139 people have been displaced by the extreme weather. The Disaster Management Center says that the adverse weather has claimed one life in Jaffna. Now, the police say that a 7-year-old girl and her 62-year-old grandmother were killed when their home in Dikoya, Hatton, was submerged this evening. Authorities also say that the adverse weather has claimed another life in Matara. Meanwhile, Ratnapura District Secretary Sunil Kannangara said the heavy rains have caused minor flooding in the district. He added that 130 families have been displaced in the Ratnapura district.
Homes were damaged in several areas as a result of strong winds experienced in the north and east. Our reporter in Ninthavur said the district hospital was also damaged by strong winds. He added that several boats docked on the Ninthavur beach were also damaged. Meanwhile, trees felled by strong winds in Eravur, Batiklo caused damage to a number of homes in the area. Fishermen refrained from setting out to sea in many areas, including Vakare, Valachene, Kalkuda and Kalladi due to rough seas. Incidentally, 2 boats had toppled in the deep seas of Adalachene. Our reporter said that fishing vessels that set out to sea from Tangol were driven off coast by strong winds and had wound up on Oluvale on the eastern coast. Fishermen in Nigambo and Katunayaka were also affected by the heavy rains accompanied by strong winds. Meanwhile, heavy rains which were experienced in the central hills since last night inundated Dikoya in Hatton today. Our reporter in Dikoya said a tea factory in the area was also inundated. A number of houses were submerged when a waterway near Kudaoya along the Hatton-Norelia main road broke its banks. Our reporter in Hatton added that 2 official residences belonging to the Hatton railway station were damaged with the collapse of an earth embankment. Norelia District Secretary DPG Kumarasiri has requested motorists to refrain from using the Hatton-Norelia road due to landslides caused by the inclement weather. Meanwhile, the Vimala Surendra Reservoir has reached spill level. Our reporter says that 2 spill gates of the Lakshapan Reservoir have been opened.
Due to
the convergence of the winds, rains can be expected in the southwestern parts of the island in the next 3 to 4 days. Similar to when the southwestern monsoon commences, heavy rains can be experienced in central, Sabaragamu and western provinces and the Gaul and Mathura districts. Heavy rains can be expected in the northern province, especially in areas like Jaffna, Mena, Kilnochi and Trincomalee today and tomorrow.
Now let's take a quick look at what our correspondent in Trincomalee, Madhushankar Karyawasam, had to say on the situation there.
I am currently at the Trincomalee coastline in the eastern province. The seas of Trincomalee are rough due to the current weather. Fishermen in Mutur, Kinya and Trincomalee areas are refraining from setting out to sea.
Now, News First U reporter Nadeshwaram Purushottam filed this report on the situation in Kanvanchikudi, Batikalo.
Heavy rains accompanied by strong winds were experienced in the morning. The seas were rough as well. Fishermen refrained from going out to sea as a result of this. The electricity supply to certain areas was disrupted due to fallen trees. The day-to-day activities of area residents were disrupted.
News First U reporter Nadeshwaram Purushottam.
Now, the Department of Meteorology says that Cyclone Mahasen in the southwest of the Bay of Bengal has grown in force since yesterday. However, the Met Department adds that there is no risk of Tropical Cyclone Mahasen making landfall in Sri Lanka. Now, as of this morning, Tropical Cyclone Mahasen was centered about 650 kilometers northeast of Trincomalee. Now, the Met Department forecasts that the cyclone may move away from Sri Lanka. In which direction is Cyclone Mahasen headed? Let's cross over to Ramesh to find out.
Well, Nadeem, as you said earlier, Tropical Cyclone Mahasen is currently off the east coast of the country. And according to the weather reports that we have received today, wind speeds of up to 83 kilometers per hour are being experienced in the center of Cyclone Mahasen, with gusting, get this, up to around 100 kilometers per hour. Now, how will this cyclone develop as the week progresses? As you see in the prediction here, it is expected to head in a northwesterly direction first before moving to the northeast, and it is expected to make landfall around Thursday or Friday morning in the area on the border between Bangladesh and Myanmar. Now, when it makes landfall, the current prediction stands that it will make landfall as a Category 1 cyclone, packing winds of up to around 110 kilometers per hour and bringing with it around 150 millimeters of rain. Now, this could cause natural disasters in the area which it makes landfall, so we have to be on the lookout for that. News First, of course, will keep monitoring the situation as Cyclone Mahasen continues on its path. Back to you, Nadeem.
Well, thank you very much, Ramesh. Now, the Bangladesh Meteorology Department has already issued a warning to fishing communities along the coast not to set out to sea. They have also informed all multi-day trawlers and naval vessels in the vicinity to return to port. Meanwhile, heavy rains have been forecast for Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka in India as a result of Tropical Cyclone Mahasen. Although the cyclone will not make landfall in Sri Lanka, the northern and eastern parts of the island are expected to receive about 200 millimeters of rainfall during the day. Now, all this havoc was caused by the now infamous Cyclone Mahasen. On Saturday, the Department of Meteorology revealed that they had undertaken the task of naming the cyclone.
Names proposed by Asiatic countries are used for cyclones in the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. This time around, a name proposed by Sri Lanka was used. This name was Mahasen.
However, today the Department of Meteorology voiced these views on the naming of the cyclone.
It is because of this cyclone that our reservoirs have filled up. Although the northeastern and southwestern monsoons should fill up the reservoirs, the rains we receive from these monsoons are insufficient. In this case, in spite of the benefits, we have to consider the implications of using the name of a person revered by people as a god for a cyclone. We apologize if the people have been anyway hurt through this. At present, the Department of Meteorology has stopped using this name.
Now, although the Department of Meteorology has ceased using the name that they proposed, the name Cyclone Mahasen is already being used in all international media and other departments.